Hey everybody, Banker Dennis back here again. I'm going to have some more plays for Saturday. College football I'm going to go over. I've got 7 plays for us that I'm looking at as some of our best plays coming out that I like. Uh, as always, please like, subscribe, go to the channel, get the channel to grow. The bigger we get, the better we get, and I really appreciate all the love and support out there from you all. Alright, first of all, we are going to start out. This team last week, we were on them, Kennesaw State. They did very, very well for us, covering the big spread that they had. Almost won the game outright versus Wake Forest last week. Only gave up 10 points to a Wake Forest team. This week, they are going to be playing Indiana. Indiana, of course, played Old Dominion last week. Only put up 27 points. This Indiana offense is very, very high-powered, high-scoring offense. Last week, 7 times they got inside the 20-yard line, but could only score 3 out of those 7 times. They had 2 turnovers. One was on downs, had to settle for a field goal, and fumbled the ball, turned the ball over on 4th down twice, trying to go for it against an Old Dominion defense, which is not as good as this Kennesaw State defense. So the fact that they only put up 27 last week against Old Dominion, this week they're facing Kennesaw State, which has Old Dominion ranked defense was 70th last week. Now they're going up against a defense ranked 47th. Kennesaw State, you're getting 37 points. We are going to take those 37 points, even if Indiana goes out and puts up 30 or 40 points. The fact that Old Dominion was able to score 2 touchdowns against Indiana, and their offense is worse than Kennesaw State's, I will take those 37 points all day, and we will run with it. Liberty, that was a game that I discussed in the video last night. This is I wanted to throw something else in because this is a payback game. This is a revenge factor because they lost last year to this team after beating them the year before 31-13 at Jacksonville State. They lost at home on their home field. Liberty did last year, and they're not going to want to lose again back to back. They're going to want payback. This Jacksonville State last week, as you know, only put up 10 points against Central Florida, who has the 80th ranked defense in the nation. Now they're facing Liberty, whose defense is ranked 50th. Central Florida, their offense was ranked 90th. Now facing Liberty offense, which is ranked 50. So they definitely, Liberty's going to cover this 7 points. I see them winning by double digits, maybe even up to 20 points in this game. The next one we're going to look at is Arkansas and Arkansas State. Both of these teams last week put up a ton of points. Arkansas, as you know, put up 52 points last week, of course against a very bad team, but they have a very high-powered offense. Arkansas State has a very, very bad defense, but Arkansas State also has a very good offense and can put up points. I see if they put up 20 points, 21 points, Arkansas can put up an easy 40 points, and this is going to fly over that total. We can get the total at 63.5 right now at only a minus 104. Great line value, great odds on that, so we are going to go ahead and run with that, take that game over 63.5. I could see this being a shootout, possibly getting close to 80 points in this game on Saturday. We've got another dog I'm looking at this week, Army. Now, a lot of people are going to be off of Army this week because they lost to Tarleton State last week, which was an FCS school, and everyone's going to say Army lost to a bad FCS, no name, only won 5 games last year in their conference. They don't play anybody. But this is the thing, Army can run the ball. They can ball control. They're going up against a Kansas State team who had to go to Ireland the first week, had to come back last week, play against Montana last week, barely win that game by the skin of their teeth at the end by 3 points when they were favored by over 20 points in that game against Montana. Now they have to play Army, who can just pound and ground and pound you. This team, Kansas State's going to be tired. They've played now 3 weeks in a row, a lot of travel. Lost in Ireland, of course. Should have lost last week to a FCS opponent. And now they're going to Army. They're going to give them 17.5 points to Army. Army's going to keep this game close. Yes, Kansas State might win, but I cannot see them winning by more than 3 touchdowns. I just don't see that. Kansas State, their defense is 27th ranked, offense is 17th ranked, so that means they can put up some points. But Army is going to ball control, like I said, run the ball, and try to cover this 17.5, and I think they can do it pretty easily. The next game I'm looking at, this will be the situational game I'm looking at, is Ohio taking the 3.5 points against West Virginia. I'm strictly doing this because they are at home, coming off a very good game, the first game against Rutgers, which they probably should have won against a good team in Rutgers. West Virginia is nowhere near as good as Rutgers. I'd see Ohio can move the ball. They outgained Rutgers 370 yards, I believe it was, to 180 yards. And I see the same thing happening here. Ohio's offense should not be able to slow down 1 minute. I think they're going to go right out there and keep scoring, and you're giving Ohio 3.5 points. I will take those points as the dog in a situational play. Okay, the last game I'm looking at is Kansas and Missouri. This is a big game for both teams. They have not faced each other in, I think, almost 14 years that they have not played each other. Kansas, as you know, went out both weeks, has not given up more than 7 points. They are a very, very good defensive team. Even though their defensive rating is very high, their defensive return player rating is at an 84. But their offensive rating is in the top 40, so they can put up a lot of points. The thing that I'm looking at is that Missouri, their offensive rating is at 101. They only returned 6 offensive starters. They've got a brand new quarterback that they're trying to break in. Their defense, of course, is good. They had 9 returning defensive players, and they have a ranking of 10 on the defense. So they can play defense, but this Kansas offense is very high-powered. They are going to throw the ball. They've got their quarterback clicking. He is I say he's a top 5 quarterback in the nation. And you're giving Kansas a touchdown. We're going to take that touchdown and run with it. A lot of these games, like I said, we are taking points in college. That is where the value is. That is what you need to do, because a lot of times the books and the public, all they go by is they look at a team, they think about a team, hey, this is a big school, this is a big team, and they're playing a nobody team. So they automatically assume that this team is going to get blown out, and that's not the case in college. These kids play hard, they play for a bowl position, they're playing for a playoff position, and they're playing hard out there. A lot of them looking to go pro at some point. So I really like those plays. If you like those plays, you can feel free to tail them. I will have these posted up on the platforms probably by tomorrow. We'll get them out, so they'll be all ready to go by Saturday morning. So stay tuned, listen to that, and let's enjoy that NFL game tonight and get ready for a big college week this week. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, click that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we'll see you in the next one.